everyone and welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to push IndiaMART leads into Airtable with status field. So I'm an owner of a B2B textile business and I receive multiple inquiries and leads data on my IndiaMART account. And I manage all my leads data using Airtable in which I organize all the details. Now over here, adding the leads data from IndiaMART to Airtable manually is a very time-consuming job because I receive multiple leads every single day. So for solution for this problem, I have built a connection between IndiaMART and Airtable without need of any coding and programming skills using Pabbly Connect. Now whenever by the potential buyer, a new lead is going to be generated in my IndiaMART account, automatically the record of the leads details is going to be added in my Airtable. So now if you want to learn this entire process step by step, for that, I'm going to take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So as an owner of a B2B textile business, I use IndiaMART to generate quality leads from potential buyers looking for bulk textile products. With this automation, whenever a new lead is going to be generated through IndiaMART account, automatically the record of the leads details is going to be added in my Airtable, and I'm going to build the connection between these two applications without need of any coding and programming skills using Pabbly Connect. For that, on a new tab, I'm going to browse the website of Pabbly Connect, that is www.pabbly.com/connect. After browsing the website, Pabbly Connect's landing page is going to appear in front of you. Before we create this amazing automation, I want to tell you about Pabbly Community. Pabbly Community is an exclusive space where you can find real-time updates, help from not just our team members but also fellow users. In this space, you can share your questions, feedbacks, and even get automation tips. So go ahead and join our Pabbly community today. For that, you will find the link of our community in the description box below. Now let us get started by creating this automation. You will find two options, that is sign in or sign up for free. If you're an existing user, you can directly sign into your Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. I am an existing user, so I'm going to directly sign into my Pabbly Connect account. And then you will find the All Pabbly Apps section in front of you, in which you can see all the applications that Pabbly provides, from which we are going to use Pabbly Connect. For that, click on this Access Now button right over here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. And now to build a new automation, we have to create a new workflow. For that, click on this Create Workflow button on the top right corner, where you will find two options, that is New Beta Method or Old Classic Method. I'm going to select the New Beta Method in order to create this workflow, okay? Then it is asking for my workflow name. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as Push IndiaMART Leads into Airtable with Status field, okay? You can see right over here, this is the name of my workflow. And for the folder, these are the folders from which I'm going to select Workflows folder, and then I'm going to click on this Create button right over here. Then you can see the new workflow has been created, and over here it is asking for us to select the trigger application. For the trigger application over here, I'm going to select it as IndiaMART, as I want that as soon as a new lead is going to be generated using IndiaMART, trigger should capture the response of that, okay? After that, for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as New Leads and click on this Connect button. Over here, you can see Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Using the unique webhook URL and by following the steps given here below in the help desk, we are going to build the connection between IndiaMART and Pabbly Connect. Firstly, I'm going to copy this URL from here and log into my IndiaMART account. From the left side of the panel, I'm going to go towards the Lead Manager option right here. After coming to the Lead Manager option, go to the menu section, Import Export Leads, and from the drop down, select this Push API option right here. Then the Push API integration page of our IndiaMART account is going to appear in front of you. Firstly, it is asking for us to select a source. For the source, the given source is not provided in the drop down, so I'm going to select the option Other. Firstly, if I have to name the source, so for the name of my source, it is Pabbly Connect, so I'm going to name it. And for the URL, I'm going to paste this webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us, okay? After filling both the details, I'm going to click on this Save button. It is asking for the reason why are we creating this API. I'm going to select the random reason from the drop down and add the URL with the button, okay? As you can see that as now the webhook URL is added in my IndiaMART account, now I'm going to check whether this IndiaMART account is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect or not. And as I don't have the live ads right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a test data towards this URL to check whether this URL captures the response of the test data, okay? For that, click on this test webhook URL button and click on this test button. The status comes over here as success. So if I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down, and you can see in the trigger, the response has been captured. Status is success. This is the query ID. You can see this was a dummy query subject. State of the lead is Uttar Pradesh. Pin code is right here. This is the mobile number of our lead. Name is IndiaMART. This is the phone number of our lead right here. These are the email addresses. Country is IN, that is India. Company, this is the test company. City is Noida. This is the address you can see right over here. The date and time of the lead been generated. You can see right over here, this is the product name and the inquiry that has been generated with all the other details. Okay. In place of this test response, you will have your leads data. Okay. So now as the response has been captured in my trigger, this means that IndiaMART is connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is now been done. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. In Pabbly Connect, there are two major steps. One is the trigger step that we have set up. Other one is the action step. Trigger will give the command and action is going to follow them. That is why there can be only one trigger step but multiple action step. For the action step over here in this workflow, I'm going to set up. Action application is going to be Airtable and action event is going to be create record. And then I'm going to click on this connect button. This window is going to appear, on which click on add new connection. Then click on this connect with Airtable button right over here. Then it is asking for the permission for my account. I'm going to select all the resources and grant the access, as this is a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect. Okay. After that, it is asking for the base name. I have created a base in the name of IndiaMART Leads Details. So for the base over here, I'm going to select it as IndiaMART Leads Details. Okay. And for the table, I'm going to select first table, that is the table 1 that I've created. Then it is asking for all these details of my lead. Now for the data of these fields, I'm going to map the data, which is inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from this previous step of the workflow. How it works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, the previous step is going to appear in front of you. As I'm going to click on it, the response that was captured in our previous step is going to appear. This is the query ID and over here it is asking for that ID. So I'm going to select the data of my leads ID from my previous response, as I want to create the record of this lead. As now I've selected the data of my leads ID from my previous response, this data has now been mapped. And as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. In the similar manner, I'm going to map the data of the lead's name over here in this field. Then it is asking for the email address. So for the email address, I'm going to map the data of the email address of my lead right over here. For the phone number, I'm going to map the data of the phone number of my lead. Then it is asking for the address. So for the address, I'm going to map the data of the address of my lead right over here. For the product name, I'm going to map the data of the product name that I've received. So after mapping the product name, for the message over here, I'm going to map the data of the message right here. And then I have to map the data of the status. So I'm going to search for the status and map the data. Okay. As I want to enter the data of the status of my lead as well. Okay. So after filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button right over here. As I've done that, you can see right over here, I have received a response, which is a positive response, as I've received the record ID. So if I'm going to open my Airtable record right over here, and you can see the record is now been successfully created in my Airtable. This is the lead ID. The name of the lead is IndiaMART. If I'm going to scroll down, this is the email address, phone number, address, product name. Over here, the message with the status as well. Okay. So as now the record of the lead data has been added in my Airtable successfully, this means that we have now successfully built a connection between IndiaMART and Airtable using Pabbly Connect. Now, whenever by the potential customers or clients, a new lead is going to be generated using IndiaMART, automatically the trigger IndiaMART new leads is going to capture the response of that. As now we have the leads data, automatically the record of the leads details is going to be created in my Airtable using Airtable create record. And in this manner, I've built a connection between these two applications without need of any coding and programming skills using Pabbly Connect. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button down there.